So I just wanted to talk about, you know, this whole narrative surrounding Kobe's death a little bit more. I know I've covered it in other videos, but I just wanted to talk about this one because, you know, when he died, there was a lot of people pulling up certain conspiratorial evidences in regards to why he died and what it symbolized and him being a sacrifice, so on and so forth. Now we know that the brother was a sacrifice just based off of understanding things from a spiritual level, understanding the nuance and the minutia when it comes to, what the industry worships, the tenets and the rights and so on and so forth. And it's crazy that people will still refute it when it's in your face. I mean, 2016 they had a cartoon, and I'm sure everybody, a lot of people they know about it, but in 2016 it was a cartoon that predicted his death. Why was it a cartoon that predicted his death? Because the elites knew when they was gonna take him out. So they fool the masses by putting in these cartoons, and you know when the event happens, as far as what comes to pass, people are still incredulous to it. It's like they still just sweep it under the rug as if it's not connected. Like, bro, if you see a cartoon that's predicting the man's death and it actually played out that way, what does that tell you? That tells you that this all this shit is all set up. The man was a sacrifice. That's what he was. You even got a song from Damian Lillard that came out 2 years ago called Trap Party. And in that song, he's talking about Kobe Bryant. But the content of the song is about death. He's talking about Kobe Bryant and his daughter in that song. And this song came out 2 years ago. This is how you know that these people, as far as these entertainers and these celebrities, so on and so forth, they know. They know what happens. They know what happens even before it happens. That's why you had a Grammy tribute, the day of the Grammys, because this happens in the week of these events. You feel what I'm saying? In regards to the Super Bowl and the Grammy, like that whole week is dedicated to Luciferianism, heavy Luciferianism on the left hand side when it comes to the industry. With the Wiccan and all the rituals and so on and so forth. It's witchcraft season when it comes to the month of February going to the end of May. That's what it's about, man. People need to start to wake up. And you see here in this article where it says 2016 cartoon predicting Kobe's helicopter crash pulled by Comedy Central. Why did they pull it? Because they know that certain people are understanding that this shit is connected, that this shit is based in it being all set up, it being a stage. They removed Kobe Bryant, and maybe it was because he wasn't willing to do certain things in regards to, what the elites make these people do. The man was making $600 million. He had to compromise himself, and he probably wasn't willing to. So they probably removed him. That's what they try to do that with Kevin Hart, especially in wake of him talking about the LGBTQ confused community. They cloned Dave Chappelle. I could be wrong, but I believe he was cloned because he still he still says some things that the elites don't agree with, but they still let him live because they making him bread. Dave Chappelle is making them money. Dave Chappelle is pulling them strings. But when it comes to certain celebrities, artists that have to work at the behest of the dictators and the execs and so on and so forth, if they don't agree with certain things, then they get compromised or they get removed or so on and so forth. And I believe Kobe was just removed. It was an interview where he was talking about the process of having to publish his book and how he has to go through all the politics and all that. And I believe he was talking about the execs, the main heads, in which, they basically write off on certain things that these celebrities want to get past. And I believe Kobe was giving them a hard time. And behind the scenes, they was like, we got to remove this nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Or maybe all the above in regards to everything that goes into it. Like LeBron was used as the man that was going to sacrifice Kobe. You feel what I'm saying? And immediately after his death, you had all these players with this whole 24-second shot clock, 8-second shot clock thing. Like that stuff just came fast. That's how you know that this shit is all planned. I don't care what nobody tell me. You could tell me I'm crazy, I'm a conspiracy theorist, all that. All this shit is a plan, man. You have a cartoon predicting a man's death, and it happens the same way it's played out in the cartoon to a degree. You feel what I'm saying? And in the cartoon, it shows him with two trophies in his hands. But when the plane crashes, or when the helicopter blows up or what have you, and it shows a Mason logo, it shows a masonry symbol on the helicopter. When you watch that clip, you see 5 rings on the floor, and the kids say these are Shaq rings. He take 3 rings and says these are Shaq's rings. I believe that's symbolism, or that's a surreptitious way of saying that Kobe was initiated after his 3 championships with Shaq. That's why they left him with 2, to symbolize what the elites wanted for him in regards to his prognosticated death from 2016. And then you have a tweet. You have a tweet from somebody in 2012 in which they say Kobe Bryant is gonna die via a helicopter crash. That tweet was in 2012. So this is how you know all this shit, man, is all set up, man. Kobe knew he was gonna go. Kobe knew he was gonna be removed. And the god of the entertainment industry, which is the Bacchus or Baal, is all based in child and blood sacrifice. So you use a kid who was 13 years old, 13 being an occultic number, in masonry. It's all based in that great work, that capstone that they want to put on the pyramid, the proverbial pyramid. That's what it's about, man. So let me read this article real quick. A short-lived cartoon series on Comedy Central called Legends of Chamberlain Heights actually predicted legendary basketball player Kobe Bryant's helicopter crash in 2016. But the network has removed the videos because they are now in terrible taste. And the thing about this is, when I first discovered that Kobe was killed, I automatically knew, because the night before I was watching the Lakers in the 76ers game, and LeBron had passed the man on scoring, and then he dies. 24 hours later, he dies. That's not a coincidence, man. That's not a coincidence. And it was on the same day as the Grammys, a big witch event. The Grammys and the Oscars and the Tonys and all that shit, all those are just witchcraft events where they venerate their gods heavily by what they wear and what they do with hand gestures, so on and so forth. That's what it's about, man. The episode was titled End of Days. And it's crazy because we're living in the last days right now. So these people, they know what's up. They like the elites, the people that really like dictate what goes on in regards to what they want to disseminate, from television to movies to news media to print media, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? They control all this stuff. So they know about the Bible. They know that the so-called black man is God's chosen. They know the fate of the so-called black man. And I'm talking about the elites of this society, like the true international bankers. They know. And they write off everything in regards to what gets passed. So it says the episode was titled End of Days and originally aired on November 16th, 2016. The show is about 3 lowly bench warmers on the Michael Clark Duncan High School basketball team, and the description for the episode is a leaked sex tape causes a global internet blackout, and the legends must find a way to survive the apocalypse. Comedy Central removed the episode from their site, and a link to it no longer works. The video was also deleted from their Facebook page. Meanwhile, the makers of the show released a statement on Twitter saying, Out of respect for Kobe and his family, we have removed the clip of him and ask that you please don't share it. RIP Kobe and Gigi Bryant and everyone else who died in the helicopter crash today. I wonder if somebody probably asked them, why did you even put that in your show anyway, unless you understand what it is in regards to the great work, in regards to the tenets of the entertainment industry. Basically, what I'm saying is, I wonder if they did this because they knew that it became too much for them when people started to cleave on to the truth in regards to the predictive programming aspect. They're like, nah, there's too many people that's connecting the dots. We got to take this down. Because when you go on YouTube and you type in Chamberlain Heights Kobe Bryant, you're not going to see it unless it's from somebody that already recorded it or what have you. Because when he died, and you type it in like a day after he died or whatever, you type that in, you could see it. Like every video shows it. It wasn't even on someone else recording. Like it actually had the clip of it. But now they took it down. That's how you know that this shit is set up, man. This shit is set up, man. And it's a tweet right here. Out of respect for Kobe and his family, we have removed the clip of him and ask that you please don't share it. RIP Kobe and Gigi Bryant and everyone else who died in the helicopter crash today. We will not be sharing the clip. Yeah, because y'all know that this was all based in a Luciferian ritual. You know what I mean? This is a psyop. This was meant to happen. You know what I mean? Because it's all a part of the great work. The numerological aspect is all part of it. Like with certain assets they use to kill certain celebrities at certain times, certain days, based off of how many times they want them to get shot. Like Nipsey. Nipsey was shot 6 times on March 31st. That was a sacrifice. That was a sacrifice. He was shot at 3:30 p.m. March 31st, 2019, 6 times. If people can't add that up, I don't know what to tell you, man. Y'all gotta get rid of this idolatrous spirit. Stop idolizing these people. These people are Luciferians, man. They wicked as hell. They wicked people, and they collect the souls of these talented individuals who aspire to be musicians and basketball players and so on and so forth. It's unfortunate, but that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. These people worship Satan. They worship Lucifer. And it's not to take away from their talents or what have you. The Most High give them the talents, but, he also gives them over to their lusts. Unfortunately, the Most High gives man will to act according to how he's supposed to act when it comes to law, statutes, and commandments. And if he chooses to ingest it, if he doesn't choose to ingest it, then that's on him. But at the end of the day, the Most High controls everything. Everything is done under the auspices of the Heavenly Father on the right hand and the left hand. And it's just given his people, the chosen, and I'm not even saying like all Israel, I'm talking about the elect of Israel, the understanding that, this shit is really, it's really time, man. It's that time, So let's go to YouTube real quick and just check out this clip once again.
Kobe Bryant. Help me. Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out. Pass. These were Shaq.
See? Where he said these were Shaq's rings. He took 3 of them. Because Kobe became initiated into the craft after Shaq left. If you remember, like in 2006, Kobe Bryant had scored 81 points on his 666th game. Let that sink in. Kobe played the Raptors, the Serpent. The Raptors, Toronto Raptors, is analogous to a serpent. And he played them on his 666th game, where he got his career high 81 points. Now, 81 backwards is 18. And the sum of 18 is what? 666. You get it? So I just wanted to share that with y'all. I hope you guys all have a great day, great morning, great night. Peace. Oh yeah, and one thing. Lil Wayne had put out an album called Funeral right after Kobe died. And on the song Bing James, which is, obviously King James, and Lil Wayne, he uses the B because he had blood or whatever. 24 seconds after the song, it's just 24 seconds. There's no sound, nothing like that, which is basically a tribute to Kobe, but it's more so an understanding that Lil Wayne and other celebrities was in the know. They knew Kobe was gonna be removed. You know what I mean? That's why the album has 24 tracks. It's all based in Luciferianism. Lil Wayne is a fucking witch. He's a wicked witch. Just like the majority of these celebrities, they're witches. So yeah, I just wanted to add that. I hope you guys have a great one.